My name is Emma Collins, and I don't love my husband. It's strange to say it out loud after years of pretending everything was fine. But sometimes the truth doesn't set you free. It simply stops you from drowning in silence. This is how my story begins. Every morning, I wake up to the same routine. The sound of the kettle boiling, the faint ticking of the clock, the soft hum of a house that looks perfect from the outside. He's always awake before me. He makes coffee, 2 cups, and places mine exactly where I like it. He smiles and says, "Good morning, love." I smile back. It's what good wives do. But inside, I feel nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just nothing. There's a kind of silence that isn't peaceful. It doesn't calm you, it just reminds you that something's missing. He's kind, patient, gentle, everything a woman should want. But love isn't always built on kindness. Sometimes it needs chaos, excitement, that spark that makes your heart race when they walk into the room. That spark is gone. I didn't marry him because I was in love. I married him because I was tired. Tired of heartbreak, tired of loneliness, tired of hoping for something that never lasted. When he came into my life, he was peace. And after years of storms, peace looked a lot like love. But peace without passion is just silence. And silence isn't love, it's just the absence. For him, there was someone else. Someone who made me believe in love in the purest, most dangerous way. He was wild and unpredictable, the kind of man who could make you cry and laugh within the same breath. We were chaos, but we were real. Every moment with him felt alive. The world made sense when he held me. I still remember how he said my name, like it was something sacred. He once told me, "No matter what happens, you're my home." And I believed him, until one day he left. No reason, no goodbye, just silence. You never understand how heavy silence can be until it's all that's left of someone. I waited for him longer than I should have. When waiting turned into hurting, I told myself I had to move on. That's when I met my husband. He wasn't passion or fire. He was calm, gentle, predictable, and he made the pain stop. After losing someone who burned so bright, peace felt safe, even if it wasn't love. My husband is the kind of man every woman dreams of. Thoughtful, loving, devoted. He remembers the smallest things, my favorite flower, the way I take my tea, the date my mother died. He brings me flowers just because. He checks in during the day just to ask how I'm feeling. Everyone says I'm lucky, and maybe I am, but sometimes luck feels like a quiet kind of punishment. He looks at me like I'm his world. I look at him and feel like a stranger in my own home. His touch is warm, familiar, safe, but my heart feels cold. I keep asking myself if I'm broken. How can I be so loved and still feel so empty? He deserves more than this half love I give him. He deserves someone who looks at him the way he looks at me. Every time he says, "I love you," I reply, "I love you too." But inside, the words echo into nothing. And maybe he already knows. Maybe he feels the distance but chooses not to say it, because his love is strong enough to keep pretending for both of us. One night, the truth finally slipped out. We were sitting in the kitchen, dinner untouched, silence stretching between us. He looked up and asked, "Are you happy?" It was such a simple question, but I couldn't answer. How could I, when the person I was lying to was sitting right across from me? I wanted to say yes. I wanted to make him feel safe. But the truth was too heavy to swallow. So I told him, "You're a good man, but I don't love you." He didn't speak. He just looked at me, calm, steady, and heartbroken. Then he said quietly, "I know. I've known for a long time," he added. "I was just hoping one day, maybe you would." Those words broke me. The man I didn't love was the one who loved me the most. I started to cry, not because I hurt him, but because he still looked at me with the same tenderness. He reached across the table, took my hand, and said, "It's okay." But it wasn't. It never was. We didn't end with fights or screaming, no slam doors, no final words, just quiet acceptance. A few months later, he packed his bags, said he was taking a job in another city, a fresh start. He didn't ask me to go, and I didn't ask him to stay. Sometimes love doesn't end in anger. It just fades until there's nothing left to hold on to. He left me a note on the kitchen table. "Thank you for trying. Take care of your heart." I read it over and over until the tears stopped, and when they did, I realized he was gone for good. Now, years later, I still wear the ring, not because I'm married, but because it reminds me of him, of the man who loved me enough to let me go. Sometimes I still make 2 cups of coffee, one for me, one for the memory of him. I sit by the window and think about everything that could have been. He was peace. I was chaos. And sometimes, peace and chaos are never meant to stay together.